Let's get into it. We are over on Rebirth, and spawning in the bottom left is our blue celestial player. It is ARMA. And in the top right, we have a red Vanguard player. It is MC. It looks like ARMA is going to go for an array first. MC over here just making servos. I'm assuming this is going to be for a command post first. Observing is Reflash. These nice folks offered to playtest some of my maps and give me some feedback on them, as this is one of 3 entrants in the Frank, Algo, and Bayo map making competition. I'll have the link for that down in the description if you'd like to go take a look. I believe voting for that opens on August 5th, and it's going to be a community vote. So if you like this map, you want to see more people play on it, as I do, be sure to throw me a few votes whenever that opens up. In the meantime, though, pretty standard openings here. We've got the array building. On the other side, we've got the other command post up and running. We're mining away. We've got a lot of servos making. We've already started mining some Therium, though, so we'll have to see what MC wants to use that Therium for. We've got ourselves a barracks going down on the ramp. It is just one ramp to get into this double main, both on either side. Power bank going down for ARMA. Quick tour of the map, though. We've got 2 healing shrines off to the sides. Dead center, just 1 storm gate. It is low ground, though, so it is totally siegeable from the high ground, so we'll have to see how that plays out. To either side of the main, you can take a third, one of which is low ground on both sides. The low ground base ends up being really interesting, in my opinion, because it is siegeable, but it's also really defensible, and sometimes players overcommit and they get their entire army trapped in here trying to kill a third. So let's see. On the ramp, we have a creation chamber, a morph core sitting here. We'll see what that turns into in a second. Second creation chamber across the way. MC up to 3 barracks, and we are researching quick draw, so we should be seeing some exo here shortly. We also do have this production tab up here, which is somewhat new. I just got to get used to looking at it. Let's see, Guardian Nexus on the other side. We've dipped into yellow power, but that's okay. We've got 2 power banks coming along and another morph core. The 3rd chamber has gone down. We'll see a 4th chamber. So we have a 4-chamber Celestial on the other side. I was going to say neither player has made any units yet, but we see 3 exos come out, and they're going to just chill on this ramp. We're at 304. That storm gate's going to be spawning at 330. Quick draw should be able to finish up just in time for that, and no player has gone for a 3rd just yet.
Dimensional rift detected. A storm gate will activate soon.
There's that storm gate. There's no way for me to turn that sound effect down, so I'll just have to remember to shut up while it's playing. 2 Krees come out. I like going Kree early. I don't know if these 2 players knew what each other were going to make, but this is a good response to the Exo, even though neither player
has appeared.
Really scouted. Stormgate has spawned, and MC is going to start chipping away with these Exos. The Kree are potentially going to flank from the other side, as the Argents are going to step up and also start chipping away at the Stormgate. More Exo coming down the ramp. No new structures apart from this habitat, I believe is new. Let's see. Someone won this Stormgate. It is going to go to MC, and a Farron comes out. So usually when we see a Farron, we see some attacks. So I think we're going to see a push with this Farron. We've got these Kree across the map, though. They're probably going to want to come home as MC is pushing up the ramp of ARMA here. Oh no, and the Arc ship is exposed, and so these Exo are going to definitely be able to kill this Arc ship. So that means that ARMA is going to be playing without their main structure, without their HQ. They can still mine, though. They have this collection array. They actually have 2 collection arrays, but they're going to need to build a new Arc ship before they can really get back into this game. Kree, though, kind of dancing around, not knowing if they want to counterattack. Rollout is finished, so they are going to come and they're going to try to defend their home base. Kree going to come in, try to flank the Exo. Nice connections there. A lot of these Exo are going to die quickly. Kree very good versus Exo. Despite the good splits by MC, it seems like all of these Exo are going to die. And we're going to get somewhat of a reset here. I would like MC's position a little bit better if not all those units just died. And we do have the arc ship already about halfway done, so ARMA going to be back in this thing pretty quick. The Kree coming around again. These Kree are going to get double duty. They're going to flank again and kill probably these 3 Exo. I don't think any of those are getting away. Yep, 3 more die, and now it's ARMA that's pushing up the ramp of MC, but MC hiding away with these Exos that are just not quite fast enough to really get away from the Kree, and down come the boys. They're going to really try with everything they've got to get these Kree out of the base, but if MC keeps taking damage, it's not going to be too great. We've got an Exo going into the flat cannon, which is going to be nice defensively. Still 3 Kree, though, really being a nuisance. Medtechs come out. The last Kree is going to die, but we've got another swarm down at the bottom. ARMA's just going to keep sending these up the ramp and try to kill as many Cerebos as possible, trying to keep MC behind economically. Because remember, ARMA had to play catch-up. ARMA has to really do this because the arc ship died. These Kree, though, just diving into the servo lines, trying to get as many worker kills as possible. That's their only duty. This was a one-way ticket from the beginning. Staging out front, though, another 6 Kree going to come up on the left side. ARMA continuously breaking the ankles of MC. Another Stormgate is going to spawn down in the center. We'll see if ARMA decides to turn around and start chipping away at it, as the rest of these Kree are going to die. And I think this is going to start to become inefficient. If you keep letting Kree die like this, it's no longer going to be a good trade.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Stormgate spawns, income Kree. They're going to start attacking this Stormgate, and this one definitely seems like it's going to go the way of ARMA. However, a nice little force of Exo and Lancers and some Medtechs are going to make their way down to, if not contest, at least start fighting pretty immediately. They turn away for the time being. Let's see what comes out of this thing. It's going to be a Vile Lurker, so some really nice AoE damage. I pretty much always pick this thing. It does a ton of damage. 70 plus 140 to structures, and that's AoE damage. It is pretty nasty. Especially as Infernal, it's really nice to have, because you don't really have too much AoE at the moment. MC, though, posting up at the top of this ramp. He's going to just try to keep this Vile Lurker away. In come the Kree, though. You can't get too close to the Kree. This is a nice sieging position for ARMA here. Even though you're pushing up a ramp, you're still keeping your opponent trapped up top. Finally, someone's going for a third base, though. So ARMA taking their third down on the high ground side. The Kree, though, go into the front base, the front of the base. They're going to try to start killing Exos now. They're getting some good connections, but these Medtechs are putting in work. Offensive and defensive Nanoswarm being used. And this seems like a pretty good trade for MC. So MC staying alive, taking the good trades that they need to take. They're up to tier 2. So we'll see if there's a transition or they're just going to keep trying this Exo. And we've got kinetic redirection on the way as well. So some more Lancers in the mix will definitely help with the Kree. This Vanguard army, though, pushing up the center corridor, moving all the way across the map. And this has been somewhat of a really nice back and forth, though. Both players attacking up each other's ramp. But this is going to be a rude awakening if MC does not know about this Animancer. Those Dark Prophecies are going to chew through this bio if they are not prepared for it. Leading with the Medtechs, though, probably really smart. Trying to use some Nanoswarm if they've got it available. But down comes Purify, so the offensive or the defensive Nanoswarms are going to be virtually useless. No Dark Prophecy just yet, though. I wonder if there's not enough energy yet, or there seems to be. So I don't know why it hasn't come down yet. Potentially just waiting for the perfect choke. But the Animancer might die before it gets to use a Dark Prophecy. But here's one right here. Not the greatest connection. Good splits by MC. Again, just masterful splits. Being able to take down these Kree before they do too much damage. Oh, but out comes an Archangel, though. I don't know if we're prepared for the Archangel. It slams right down on top of these Exo. In comes more Kree. I think that this army is as good as dead. MC might want to look at retreating. He has at least started the third. I think you need to get home and defend this third. I don't think you can keep taking these trades. The med techs are going to go
Dimensional
down.
rift detected. A storm gate will activate soon.
Another storm gate starting off into the center. I don't even know if you want to stick around and contest this. I think you go home and you regroup right here. Kiting on the retreat. You kind of have to, because if the Exo don't do the damage to get the quick draw hustle, I don't think they can outrun the Kree. So you just take them down as you retreat and really hope that this Archangel doesn't get close enough to start one-shotting your Exos. Arc Fortress floating across the map. ARMA putting down some power banks, starting to siege this center position. Morph cores pop out. We'll see what they turn into as well, with some creation chambers. So ARMA going to look to reinforce from this central position. Going to be able to take this tier 3 storm gate, absolutely. This army for MC sitting up top is just really not big enough to be able to contest this. We've got the Animancer that's going to be able to hit Dark Prophecy. We've got Archangels out now and Kree. It's just so much AoE. Dark Prophecy goes down right on the center of everything, even though really nice splits from MC, being able to snipe down the Animancers, but in just comes more Kree, and the Kree are just going to keep flooding in. Stormgate goes the way of MC. We'll see what pops out this time. It is a deep one. That is not necessarily what you wanted if you were MC. I think this is probably slowly starting to go the way of the Buffalo, and I believe that's what we see here. MC saying GG. Let's get into it. We are back on Rebirth for another showdown between ARMA, Red Celestials, this time spawning in the top right, and the blue player MC switching to Inferno P. We'll see if it makes a difference. Same map, same two guys. We got a 1-1 opening coming from MC, playing against what appears to be an array first. Going through the tour of the map last time, I forgot to talk about the sides. The sides, we do have double base on either side, and then 2 high ground single bases on either side. There's also some nice spicy tank ledges here for tank evac enjoyers. Haven't seen a 1v1 game go to the point where we got to see any of this showed off yet, but hopefully at some point soon we'll see some spiciness. 1-1 just about done. This imp's gonna go across to the second spot in the main, and we'll see a shrine go down conveniently. Just what seems to be standard in maps these days is 2 effigies away on either side as well. 2 effigies away will get you good coverage on this base as well. So we've got a 2 shrine versus a 2 array celestial. Therium purifier comes out, and we're going to send just the extra prism over to this array that's just about done. Power bank down near the ramp, and my assumption is that we're going to see some collection arrays popping out soon. We've got a macro shrine from MC, which is interesting. I wonder if we'll see some flame imps. I wonder why not, though. Just go put it down at the 3rd, or if you're going to do this, why not put it closer to the Therium? But again, these players have not really played this map. This is kind of their first impression of it, so maybe not knowing that this is buildable or trying something different, I don't know. But for now, we've got 2 shrines on the main. And we'll see if it comes into play. Brutes and Gaunts coming out, gonna start making their way across the map, scout a little bit, probably check for thirds. On top of the ramp, we've got 2 arrays that are surged. We now have Argents coming out, just Argents. That is the unit of the patch, Argents. They're definitely the best unit at the moment. Shooting their own structures just so that they can get full energy. Every time an Argent deals damage, it fills up their energy bar, and once it's full, they can shoot a really powerful shot. And so why go into a fight with no energy when you
Dimensional rift detected.
full energy?
A storm gate will activate soon.
MC, though, has checked both these bases, knows there's no third base, is going to turn around and probably try to start chipping away and get this first Stormgate. However, these Argents have something to say about it. They're going to come down the ramp, and we're going to have ourselves our first
Stormgate has
skirmish
appeared.
for the first Stormgate. The Argents swing around the north side to scare off this Infernal army, and MC might run all the way home and just surrender this first Stormgate. He's got this third shrine up. The Hellforge is done, but we don't have Infernal Fury yet. It has just started, as well as 2 more Iron Vaults and a Conclave. Power Stone goes the way of ARMA. And 3 Tribute Pyres. So we are really going in on this 2-base attack. I think MC is going to just try to build up a bunch of Brute, a bunch of Gaunt, and just see if he can't break ARMA on this map. ARMA, on the other hand, Guardian Nexus goes down. We've already got a Legion Hall, so probably going to get some Kree into the mix, and ARMA likes those Archangels, so that's probably where we'll end up. The Argents back home, though, just soaking up this energy, getting ready for another fight. Getting to build a Shroud Highway down the center. Neither player going for a third yet. However, we do have this Tribute Pyre building down here, which means we'll probably see a third shrine go down here in a moment. No Ritual Chamber, though, so I thought maybe this was for Flame Imps, but I don't see the Ritual Chamber yet, so maybe not, or maybe it's delayed. Another Iron Vault going down, so we'll be 4-2 on 2 bases. That seems pretty expensive, but MC knows better than me. He thinks he can afford it, and we're going for... He's going to try to break ARMA right now, right around 5.5 minutes, see if he can't push up this map. Down goes the Effigy. Infernal Fury is done, so we're going to try to push in, but it is really walled up very nicely from ARMA. And not being able to get in and get this surface area, I think I like ARMA right here. I think ARMA is going to be able to hold this just fine. The Kree are going to die, but as they die, they explode. They're doing AoE damage to these Brutes, and once those Brutes are gone, the Argents are definitely going to have no problem fighting these Gaunts. Gaunts are more of a support unit at the moment. They're not going to be able to out DPS Argents unless you just have a mass of them. But ARMA leading in supply. Thinks he's going to step out for a moment. Realizes that the Infernal Army is still right there. Is going to retreat back into the base. And now things maybe start swinging the other way. However, you've got this Arc Fortress here that's just going to tank shots from these Gaunts. It's kind of annoying. You just put it on the front line. It's going to heal the units underneath it. And then it's going to tank shots from the Gaunts, and out comes an Archangel already. We're at 6:35, so that Archangel probably came out about 6:30. You really need...
Dimensional rift detected. A Stormgate will activate soon.
You really need... Tier 2, okay, Tier 2 has started. You really need your Spire. You really need to be able to get some Shadow Flyers, maybe even working towards Spriggans to be able to handle these Archangels, because Gaunts alone is not going to get it done.
A Stormgate has appeared.
Fight around the second Stormgate going down. Archangel looking for a landing spot. Really nice splits from MC. MC on top of the splits. But the Archangel, being patient, is going to slam down now, going to take a few Gaunts with him, and now he's just going to pull away. He's got the Avatar state on, and I think this fight's going to go the way of ARMA. But just as I say that, ARMA starts to pull away, and now the Brutes and the Gaunts are going to be able to take this Stormgate, it looks like. So this is going to go the way of MC. ARMA, though, doesn't retreat all the way home. We're going to fight right around the Stormgate. Out come the Void Prowlers. Void Prowlers are going to flank the Argents. Void Prowlers are really nice against this army composition, and they're also really nice harassment tools. So if they survive this fight, we'll see if they get used in any sort of interesting way. But as I say that, I think there's only one left. This Archangel, though, getting pretty low on HP. But ARMA being smart, keeping him away, healing him up a little bit. The Brutes are fighting the Kree quite well. The Arc Fortress is still just tanking shots, keeping these gaunts out of the fight, abusing their auto attack, wanting to prioritize the Arc Fortress, and now it's just going to go home and chill on this ramp. Third base from ARMA is started. The third is already rolling for MC. We'll see if MC goes for a fourth. Imp coming up, though. Going to take this high ground. This is where I like my fourth on this map. Some players kind of go in the, like, U pattern, but I like to take the second base and then kind of stay true to line expanding. I find line expansions easier to defend. Interesting, though, this shrine is here and not up here. That, you know, again, could just be not being used to the map, but there is Therium in every expansion. I'm not a fan of single resource expansions. I think they're fine occasionally, but I don't know, when the game goes to the late game, it's not fun when you're broke. Anyways, we've got Weaver out to try to deal with these Archangels. Brute's going to be able to clean up these Kree quite well. These two Argents are also going to die. MC's going to discover this third base, and he's going to go bring it down. This array should die. These Prisms are also going to die. Will it survive? No, this thing's dead. This thing is dead. So we're back to a 2-base Celestial against a 4-base Infernal player. Infernal player, though, MC walking away. Interesting that he's not pushing. He just really doesn't feel like he can push up this ramp. We do have the Archangel here sitting out front.
Dimensional rift detected. A storm gate will activate soon.
Activating. So the Kree and the Archangel are going to come down. We have a highway all the way down the center, almost to the ramp of ARMA. He's going to start killing these effigies, though. Push back that shroud a little bit.
A storm gate has appeared.
These Kree are going to certainly all die. MC pullback split so he doesn't take too much damage from the Kree exploding, and now MC is going to make a play for this Stormgate. Archangels, though, sitting up top, soaking up some healing, some fun in the sun, not ready to go fight just yet. They really don't want to fight against these Weavers, which deal percentage-based damage. Weaver is definitely the best bet at fighting Archangels on the ground, but you also want Shadow Flyers. You want to be able to punish them for lifting off. However, they're going to land. They're going to land, and they're going to start killing imps. They're going to be able to kill this base as well. This is where Archangels become really scary as harassment tools. They've already taken down a base. On the other side of the map, though, MC is pushing up the ramp. We might have ourselves a nice base trade. We'll see who's able to get the last building. Stormcaller coming down. That is property of MC. That's what came out of that Stormgate. Advantage right now, though, might be going towards ARMA with just having the flying buildings, and we never really got the Spire. We never got air support. Did we even ever get Tier 3? We did not. We're still on Tier 2. We're still on a Greater Shrine, so no Elder Shrine. These Avatar Archangels are going to be able to come in. They're going to be able to kill all of these imps. Now they're going to kill the Greater Shrine, so if we ever do get to an Elder Shrine, it's going to be even longer. Arc Fortress, though, just floating right across the map. MC is killing everything, but at the end of the day, I don't know if he'll ever be able to kill these Archangels. We've only got a handful of Gaunts. Is there any... We do have some Weavers, but only 4 of them. So he might be able to kill 1 or 2 Archangels, but I don't think he can handle all 4 of them. Definitely a hat on a hat. Archangels is winning this fight, hands down. Now they're going to go and heal up, become full HP. We're down to a 0 Shrine Infernal versus a 0 or a 1 array, a 1 or a 0.5 array, because this one's landing and has no prisms on it. So full on base trade, but ARMA here I think has the secret sauce with these Archangels, even though they're going to get lashed, and even though the Weavers are going to put in massive damage on them. There's just not enough. There's not enough support. I think if he had maybe not gone for that extra shrine in the main, maybe he could have had the finances to build, to go to tier 3 and get some Shadow Flyers, get some Spriggans, but that is not how it unfolded. So we had ourselves a crazy base trade. Good game is called, and that it was. Thank you guys so much for playing the map. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all next time. Later.